thought today's conversation with Derek was very both informative and interesting, but I'll explain that a little bit more. You think about Yesway, they're a regional convenience store, and not one I would ever know of because they're based in Texas and New Mexico and Oklahoma and that part of the world. But what I learned and what I saw was just how consistent a marketer has to think about how they reach audiences and create experiences. It's a data-driven world with a little bit of gut on the inside, and that gut is what drives new ideas, but the data makes sure we're doing the right decisions. And I thought Derek did a great job kind of bringing that home.
I thought that the conversation went very well. The quality of the questions that were asked made it work. I had a great opportunity to tell the Yesway brand story, talk about Allsups as a brand and our acquisition, and some of our signature products, the 50th anniversary, and everything that we have with the marketing team planned.
My favorite part of the conversation today was definitely the stories Derek was able to share that were real and practical. So for instance, he talked about a great idea he thought he had once, which was competing with Hess trucks, but doing his own version of branded trucks. And he built hundreds of thousands of them to try to sell them, and he couldn't sell almost any of them. And what it reminded him was, even though a good idea was done by somebody else, you can't just replicate the same thing and expect success. There's a level of brand affinity that comes with success. And when you create something new, you've got to put your data and research behind it.
Saying yes, right? Yesway, our tagline is say yes to convenience. And what that really means is to embrace uncertainty. So that was one of my big pushes in terms of be uncomfortable, step in the areas even when you don't have full data, and use a mix of data-driven insights and marketing tempered with your instincts and your gut and your intuition. So that would be the headline takeaway. I think the secondary takeaway is don't order too many trucks and things that are branded that you feel that you can sell.
One of the areas I would say people should really come away with that was said both in my session, my previous session, and other sessions that I got to hear was the idea that you shouldn't be afraid to test. You shouldn't be afraid to try new ideas, because ultimately that is what is going to get us to breaking the business as we know today. And so when we do the standard things, when we stay in our comfort zone, we're not doing enough to drive the business forward. And Derek emphasized that over and over again. There's things they do that are consistent, but there's things they do that are new every year because they have to grow and they have to break the barriers.